This is Michi Hoyer, this is Avid Chronic Racing, this is The Simpit, and we are live for some classic car testing around Daytona Road Course. And with me in the room here is Sean Cole, currently already driving that Audi 90 GTO. So the historic car is going to be raced in a 2.4 hour race coming up this Saturday on the end of The Simpit. For today, we're going to have another episode of Crew Chiefing. So that is Sean Cole actually being in the car already and me loading the game. And I tried to bring up some graphics so you guys can see what is going on that end. So we will see how this session will go. We will see about the consistency and the happiness Sean has in the car. I had some testing with him yesterday. That was private. Car didn't felt that good, I think. But let's just move on to Sean, asking him that question. So how's the car feeling right now?
Garbage. I am still struggling to figure out how to drive this all-wheel drive car at its best. As I'm getting used to it, the setup is coming to me, but it still has some behavioral issues that I can't stand, and I'm not sure if they're just part of being the car or things that can be cured. I'm slow compared to the group I'm running with. That's not making me feel great. But this is only really my second session in the car, and it is a unique car handling model.
I can agree. The bad thing about this time is that I just bought the car yesterday, so I can actually run with Sean in a session, and I have not any experience with that car. So still, I'm trying to help Sean hitting his marks again, and that is what we're actually looking at. Sean was doing some 43s in yesterday's testing, and we'll definitely have a look into his performance right today. What I would need you to run though, Sean, is full fuel, because that is gonna be the long game again.
Yeah, I was just afraid to go to that setup and be so much slower.
I can hear you though. So I'm currently looking for the graphics to put them up, and then I won't disturb Sean any longer with speaking and talking to him. Right, there you are. So that is at least lap timing going on for you. And other than that, I hope Sean is fueling up the car. Once again, it's a 2.4 hour race, so we have to keep that in mind when it comes down to the strategy thinking and everything like that. So I'm gonna sort that out. Gonna have a little bit of monitoring the fuel, estimating fuel usage and everything. So I hope really we can get Sean to a 43 point whatever. He did a 43.5 now with considerably low fuel. Now the car is fueled up, so we're gonna have a look at what he is able to do. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, and right now Sean can't hear me anymore since I'm just talking to you guys there, and I'm sorry for all that fixing that went on with my windows and everything. I definitely get my piece of paper on and starting to draw my notes as soon as I find a good thing to write on. There we go. Looks decent. And yeah, then we look for ways to improve the lap time of Sean. Towards the car, an Audi 90 GTO, so very historic car.
Come on.
Not sure whether I would.
I also changed pedals.
Whether I want to like it. So let's quickly ask him what pedals you're on right now.
I'm on my Ricmo Tech, which are great. They definitely feel different than the Wave Italy that I've been running all the last couple weeks.
So as I was saying, I'm not too sure whether I should like the car as it stands.
The nice thing about high-end pedals is it doesn't take as much to get used to them.
Or whether I should like find that car utterly ugly. Not livery-wise, but just the whole chassis and everything. Yeah, you're gonna sure be soon fully linked to the pedals again, Sean, no worries. Take your time there. So we are actually experiencing Sean currently trying to hit his marks. I can see that he is very far off still into turn 2. He had that issue yesterday already. We'll see that he will hit his marks very soon again. And I'm sorry for the quality currently of the stream. That should soon be back up again. And if you guys have any question, just simply shoot it at me. Thank you, Maximilian Wenig, for your feedback here. I'm also on the chat for you guys. So whatever question you guys have, I'm trying to answer that. To be fair then, he is... Does it explain that right now? I think he's still trying to get used to the car a bit. Trying to get used to the four-wheel drive. The car tends to understeer out of the corner. There is not too much you can really setup wise. Yeah, so we basically have to see how he is going to deal with the car. Hey Billy Strange, thanks for joining here. Hey Mark, thank you for joining as well, as I would like to welcome everyone else being here in the show. For some reason the stream quality says it's bad, whereas I'm looking at the numbers of the uprate, which says 8,500 kilobyte upload. That should be alright. Yeah, Sean having his issues
Can we, like,
as well.
pump up the rear tires or something to make the rear end move?
Yeah, that will actually be a possibility.
The ass of this car will just not follow the front, it seems.
So Billy Strange, is that an advice how to deal with the car in general? So that's a good thing. As soon as the stream is fluid on your end, I am happy. Trust me on that. Let me see about the settings of the stream, what I should have.
Why? Why? Why, you idiot? That's me, not the car. Come on, Cole.
To be fair, should be 60 FPS though, but I don't really know. It says 60 FPS down in the bottom, so I hope we'll be fine. And we just let Sean go a little bit further into that stint. Hey Pash, thank you for joining me. So as you say, a new GPU, what GPU you have, what will you run? I'm currently on a GTX 970, which is probably not the best you can run, but I think there is worse GPU you can run there. Still could be outdated, as Sean was talking about all those hardware upgrades you're gonna do time after time in order to keep updated. Hey George, thank you for joining as well. By the way, Pash, if you're wondering, obviously my game settings are not set on max because I experienced some issues with stability on it. So let's see. Mark, are you actually mining bitcoins? That would be something I would be considerably interested in, but yeah, I don't have the energy and I don't have the GPUs.
This car cannot turn at all, ever. Except for turn 1 braking where it wants to oversteer. Other than that, I didn't even know that the steering wheel made the car do anything.
I would recommend to try very soft braking in order to move the weight a little bit much more to the front and get the rear end a little up. That should help on the turning side of life. The problem about this 4-wheel drive car is you can't power slide it out of the corners.
At all.
You're just understeered out of the corners. So let me have a look at the setup right now. If you want, we could change something at the rear drive split, so to put the force a little bit more to the back, I think.
Alright, you want me to come in?
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a pit lane entry.
Yes, John G. Hill, I think that is exactly what this rear drive split means. So let's see if he hits his marks on the pit lane entry. That looks good so far. Exactly, John. So I'm gonna adjust the rear split drive. And we're gonna play with that a little bit in order to see how he will be performing the very best. Oh, Stuart, you can't be right to use a handbrake on that track and that car. That will probably kill him. So anyway, rear drive split, the proportion of drive torque that is directed to the rear wheel drive. 0.0 would be all at the front, 1.0 all at the rear. Maximum setting is 85%. So now you had the 70% of the power going from the rear. The maximum of that available is 85. How much you want to go?
I don't know, right now I'd almost say go all the way.
Okay. Would you think a lower coast will help? On a lower coast, that means that the driven tires are more allowed to turn freely, so that means they should enable turning a bit better.
Yes.
Oh, we're at the minimum of that already.
My only fear about doing less on that would be, well, no, less. Oh, you want to go minimum less? Yeah, that would help in turn 1. Everywhere else under braking, it's fine. It's just turn 1, and it's really that bump that throws the car. Not coming off the banking at the light. Come off the banking, touch brake, cool, turn a little, and then there's a weird little bump right there. That's where it's unsettling. I'm seeing other Audis spin there too, so it's like definitely throwing the car.
Okay. So I've adjusted the tire pressures a little bit as well. Just give it a try. We need to see whether this helps you. John, why would you increase coast? Oh, I can see him wiggling already. Pass, to be fair, sadly I haven't. I should have done. I've driven it at a Sim Racing Expo 1 year ago, but I've just bought it in order to be eligible to sit on the server. So, I mean, I could take the test drive right now.
It's on cold tires and off the driving line. Oh, okay, now it's turning, Michi.
Alright, turning too much?
Maybe. Give me one more minute to
sure.
I mean, I'm used to being able to just stomp on the pedal, you know. Okay, yeah, it's turning too much.
Try to do a lap with it, though.
See what happens in the bus stop. Now I can't even touch the gas pedal.
Alright, so let's bring it to the garage and we came from 70. What about using 75?
Yeah, let's maybe go incremental. I might have misjudged that one.
Well, me too. Hey, William.
But that's good to know.
Very true. So, go out again. It's set on 75.
I don't know how the hell Richie's driving this car with so much understeer.
Yeah, blowing smoke. That noise of that car is biblical, really. But it's, I think it's a real pain to drive. And Pash, since you are here, I think you already have driven it, so you might wanna give some experience on that, some experience notes.
Come on, hit your marks. I just knew he was going to do that. No worries. Oh. No problem.
Too bad, Pash. Too bad. So let's see if he can actually hit his marks. Car looks a little bit more turning. Focus on the entry for turn 2 to take it really from the outside. Alright, the actual entry was better. Maybe because of the other car, but that is better. Really strange, you mean the McLaren, the SRS race? Wiggly on there. Well, actually didn't go too bad. Let's see whether...
Alright, the front end feels like it's washing out just a little bit. Or not gripping. The rear end is much better for me.
Was not a bad lap time, 1:44.2. Despite that lapping car into turn 2. Yep, that looks right. Early on the gas there, please. Car's really wiggling off there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That turn 5. But I'm sorry guys, it seems actually that the stream quality is not the best still yet. Which is due to my bandwidth. Which for some reason is very, very wonky.
I don't know where the line on the bus stop is.
Yeah, you will get to there, just try to don't cut. So this time around 143.5. So, and yesterday we learned that the car is really down to weight and fuel. So with more fuel, actually with a full fuel tank, and now he's hitting the same lap times as he did yesterday in the quali section. That's actually an improvement.
Alright, we still might be just a little too much turn off the corner.
A little too much turn over the corner. Alright, copy that. I'm seeing that as well, especially out of 4 and 5. Yeah, that is exactly what he means.
Little turny.
But
it's driving the rear end now.
That is some great feedback. That looks good. And William, the app I'm using right here is called Sim Racing. Oh yeah, Sim Racing App Server 1.5 and can be found somewhere in the web. I don't have it right on my mind now. You're running personal best right now in that lap?
I think we're gonna catch it. It's gonna be pretty close.
I see. Yeah, Blowing Smoke, you're absolutely right.
Almost.
I'm trying to tell him that though. So let's get the car in for setup changes.
It's much better though right now. So that if we could just tame the rear end a little bit. I don't know what the front end's doing still. It feels like it's still understeer on entry. Not on turn 1, but it's not the entry point of 1. On 1, I don't know if I can get the most out of the car seems like I'm best off making sure I get low enough to get a run straight out of 1. In 2, it feels better on turn-in and 2. 3, I'm a total washout. 4 is okay. 2 and 4 aren't bad on the front end grip. I mean, it's a little slide, but it's 5 that's really bad, and the bus stop that it's still just the front end is not gripping under medium speed. Yeah,
okay,
for anybody watch it, I just want to take one.
Oh, wait.
It says we failed tech.
Yeah.
Anybody watching this, though, you know, one thing that I'm picking up from doing this with Michi, and might be benefit to those watching, but this process is making me much more aware of what the car is doing. So even if Michi were not here right now, me really having to tell Michi what the car is doing is forcing me to be conscious of what the car is doing. Because if I come back and I'm just like, oh, the car's fine, well, Michi's not going to be able to do anything to it. So I have to be sensitive to the changes, driving with a certain amount of consistency to feel the changes, and then we can actually make fixes to the car. So anyway, that was my little spiel.
I'm sorry, I'm still dialing something in.
No problem.
John, I will take about that care about that coast setting later. Now we just need to dial in the balance of the car. Okay, Sean, I think you're ready to go. So now, what I basically did on the car is stiffen up the rear a little bit, soften up the front a little bit. That should give the car a little bit more turning possibility, because to a certain extent the soft suspension should now be able to roll and lean a little bit more, which should make the front end go a little bit better around the corners. That should hopefully eliminate the understeer. At the very same time, I've stiffened up the rear a little bit, so that gets a little bit more turning momentum. And with a change on the drive split from one click from the back more towards the front, the throttle should be easier to attack. There should be, not will be. So we have to see. Feeling better out of the exit of 5?
Not sure yet. I think so.
Copy. I was just gonna see and wait, and meanwhile I will have a different calculation going on.
Don't throw it, damn it.
So race distance is going to be around 83-84 laps, and with one fuel fill to cover 30 laps, that is going to be a 2-stop race. That's alright. I'm gonna tell him that later, because right now he does not need to care about that at all. Since he should only focus about his driving and everything. William, that's actually a good point, and well, you can have me as an engineer. At least you can have me as an engineer for a practice session. So if you're interested, mail me at hoyermichi@avidchronicracing.com.
Yes, it's better off 5. This is not a good lap, but It's just a little tamer.
Copy. So, if you're interested in that, mail me and Hoyer Michi at avidchronicracing.com, and then we dial in an appointment to go live to do setting up a car, attack the track. And if you want to see about this format, this is a full hour session, and I did the first session of those types yesterday with Wayne Francis, who did an extraordinary job to my end. Really was doing great in the car, really hitting his marks right at the end. So now I just hope that Sean gets his things all together. Car definitely looks a lot more turning from my perspective. Let's see how he covers up with turn 3. I think he still can raise that a little faster.
Come on, don't drive it off the corner. Just turn the friggin' wheel, idiot.
Whom you mean there, Stuart?
What?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't meant to text you, but I accidentally hit the button. Can you go faster through that left-hand turn 3 kink just a little? And go a little bit wider there on the exit? I don't know. Or is that too fast then? Try and carry a little bit more speed through that.
Yeah, I was thinking about turn 3, sorry.
Oh, thank you very much, William. Yeah, that really was. It was a pleasure for me to see Wayne improving throughout the session. Yes, George, as you were saying, I was as amazed as you guys were, because, I mean, I was expecting him to improve, not because of my help, but generally because I tried to take care, I tried to give advice, and obviously the advice I give, I expected to help. So that was good to see that it actually did help. How much that helped, though, was even a stunner for me. So I'm really happy with how yesterday's session went. And now I'm just trying to do the very same. Wow. That car suffers a bad amount of understeer as soon as you hit the throttle again. And Passionless Churches, you're absolutely right. Usually in order to perform... Oops. That's not going well. In order to perform a good setup guide or a good improvement drive or to give actual feedback, I need to get on the car and try it myself. And I'm not sure whether I can do that right now. I mean, I can do it, I just need to shuffle a little bit stuff around.
What there?
Sean?
Yeah?
Can I somehow enter in that session and drive?
No, but we could do a private session. Or a hosted by me. Because I think you have to be a league member.
Because I was given a suggestion from the chat, and that guy is absolutely right, that I should probably have a go in that car as well to see how it behaves. If you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah. Why don't we, it'll take like 5 minutes to set it up. Why don't I just host a room?
Yeah, that would be great. I got myself up for driving.
Alright. Oh, I'm so frustrated I can't make that car do what I want it to do.
Don't get frustrated though, mate. Don't get frustrated.
Looking up the weather to make sure we have the same weather.
DG, that is usually because it should cover all costs. You know, getting in touch with you guys, agreeing on the track, agreeing on the server things, agreeing on content, having the content actually, and I mean to
Should I
do a
make it
1 hour
open to the
show.
world? Or just restricted with a password?
Just how you like it. I don't care. Since people are asking to join the room, you probably want to make it open.
I'm gonna make it open.
Okay. So therefore I charge it the 35 euros for an hour, and I don't cut this off after an hour, but maybe you can say 35 euros per session. This is not gonna take much longer than an hour though, but I think Wayne yesterday ran about 67, 68 minutes yesterday as well, so I saw he was getting the things together and was ready to get into shape for a good run. So I didn't want to cut him off, and that paid off quite well there. So
Okay. Daytona, 2 hours, practice only, Audi and Nissan. I think this is all right.
for some reason it shows no races online. I do not know whether that is an issue.
No, you'll be able to join the room as a racer instead of as my spotter.
So I go hosted and then join a race?
Yeah. It'll take a minute for it to cycle. Also, we'll have to share our setups the conventional way because you won't be able to work on mine, but that's not difficult to do.
Hey, ACC Racing, I'm actually fine. Hope you are fine as well.
I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick while this is resetting. It'll take a minute. It shows it launching, but it'll take like 3 or 4 minutes.
Alright. I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm a little bit fatigued, I have to admit though, because of handball practice that was going on my end, and that is heavy legs. And I'm actually gonna be very interested in the behavior of the car. It will be the first time ever to me to drive that car, and it will also be the first time ever to drive a four-wheel drive car around iRacing. And if you guys have followed me lately in iRacing, taking that a little bit more serious for the past 2 months or something. However, I was not feeling too confident at all. Be fully fair with you, there you go, that is race now, that is the Audi 90 GTO. And as soon as Sean comes back, I hope he will hand me over the set, so I can actually see how this car behaves and drives. And I then need to fix clutch stuff, I think. Let's see. Sean, do I need the clutch or something?
Yeah, you should see it on the list now.
Yeah, I'm already joining, but do I need the clutch?
No, but you do for that first to second gear shift. For some reason.
So from first to second, I need the clutch. Other than that, I'm fine.
And it's only that moment pulling out of the car. I mean, out of the pits.
Okay. Can you send me the set as soon as I'm in, so I can have a drive on exactly what you had there before?
Yep, and then I can walk away, and then I'll come back, and I'm going to follow you anyway. Actually, I'm going to let you drive for a few laps to get warmed up, and then I want to follow you around. But I'll send you the 2 setups.
So maybe you just can see a different line, but don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting to go as quick as you were. And people in the chat, you will see me spin a lot. I can trust you that.
I'm probably gonna have to save this set.
Alright, I'm in there. Actually, I have it on the car, I think. Yeah, I have it. No need to rush.
Okay. Okay. Actually, you have it and I don't.
Really?
Okay, I'll be right back.
Do you have it or you don't have it?
Out.
Okay. Better don't start the way. I forgot about that.
We need to make a stop and go.
Alright, alright. I think I still got this auto clutch flip on. Let's see if that works better. No, I think the shifting of Sean is very much different. I'm sorry guys, I really have a hard time with that stuff. Because I'm not used to doing that clutch driving and clutch braking stuff, so I actually hope it works. No, that's not work at all.
I'm back.
Sean, again, do you use any clutch while shifting and braking and stuff?
No, not at all.
What is your setting on the game options? Is it auto flip, auto clutch?
Auto clutch.
Alright guys, I'm trying it seriously now.
Cool looking car. Cool sounding car.
This car really steers very weird off that turn 3 king if you go in too much throttle there.
Yeah.
So bear with me guys a little bit. Alright, that is a beast. I've never saw a four-wheel drive car to be such a beast on the rear axis though.
Such a chunk.
Yeah. So you really have to take it carefully and slowly. And no. My standard iRacing struggle is right on. Maximilian, no. Sean didn't get that exclusive stuff going on because he gives me the opportunity to work with him together, which is a big pleasure for me. So I want to give him something back, for sure. Don't misshift yourself. How hard you can hit the brakes on that?
Like 70–80% maybe.
Oh.
Locks them up pretty easy.
Okay, don't touch it too hard then. Just saying, don't hit it too hard. I'm sorry guys, I think you wanna have the iRacing a little bit less noisy so you can understand Sean.
Ah, too early. Shit.
Alright, no! Ah, you think you can give it the full throttle and suddenly this thing starts turning out on you quite badly. I know what is going to come, I think. Anyway, I crash it very soon.
Hey, Twiggy.
Hey, Twiggy. Yeah, killed it on the pit exit. I'm sorry, guys. I would love to get a lap together right there, but as I said, it's the first time into the car, and I'm more or less a guy that somehow approaches a limit from above rather than from below. At least right at the beginning, and then I try to attack it from below, to then find the perfect way in between. If that makes any sense. Once you're in a slide in that car, you're basically gone for good anyway, unless you are not straighten up. Oh yeah, John, I'm trying to. Missing some time on the bus stop. If I'm gonna make it to the 45s, I'd probably be quite happy. Never driving that car and barely have any experience around Daytona. Too late on the brakes. Very far too late. So yeah, I'm still trying to approach stuff. That was a 44.6. You gotta be kidding. Sean, I found a way to take it considerably quick around that turn 3, King. You really stay on the gas and hit the brakes. A very bit on the entry. Yeah.
I'll watch you.
So yeah, you lift off the gas a bit before that entry and hit on the brakes, and that will give you turning momentum that you need to carry through the first half or the first third of the corner, and then you can accelerate it out of the corner again. Yeah, John, you're absolutely right, but I would say I'm not a driver that gets in that car right now the first time and then fully drives it around. If you do that in real life, you hopefully have had some hours on the simulator before, meanwhile, and I mean on a real life thing you would totally approach it in a different way. I agree on that. But happily we're here at sim racing. Time is short, race is coming up on Saturday, and we are not the very best pros anyway, so we're just trying to do our best.
Like that one?
If you don't cut on the inside, yes. But right when you see me turning in, I hit the brake slightly, very, very slightly only. You can watch the stream if you want to see the pedal. Oh no, the pedal input is gone. I do the very same at the exit of bus stop, or in between. I just slightly hit the brakes to make the car rotate a little bit more in my favor towards the exit, and then I smash it on the throttle again. Not smash it, but give it control a bit of gas.
Okay. Hi, John Hill. Now I'm seeing the chat from the stream.
Wait.
What happened?
Nothing, just wait a second. Now that issue with the pedal input should be fixed.
Oh, nice, Kevin. You'll be very happy. You ordered and are waiting now, I'm assuming? Kevin, I have all my settings at stock, and I have my drift mode at -3, I think.
Oh, John,
I'll tell you right now.
John, you're so right.
Sensitivity 900 for iRacing, force feedback 100, show 100, ABS off, drift -2, force 100, spring 100, damper 100. Those are all the settings on the wheel. In game, I'm running 5.8 in iRacing. Alright, I'm gonna watch you on turn 3. Oh wait, I missed on the stream. Shit. There's the bus stop.
You're gonna see me fail turn 1 again.
Nice. You're welcome, Kevin.
You need to trail brake this car pretty bad. The longer trail brake you do, as long as you do not lock up the front, the more turning you get.
Right.
That was probably even too much turning for me.
Okay, I saw what you did. Alright, I'm back on track.
Yeah, try it out for yourself. I did not hit it perfect, but I somewhat did okay.
I'm still on the qual, but we're just working on driving line. You'll have to share that setup with me again.
Okay.
I don't think it's actually saved because it's one that we changed from another setup.
Come on, Audi. Oh no! Oh, that bus stop nearly killed me, and I was having such a good run out of that. I was actually going a lot quicker. So if you hit that bump or hit that curb on the exit of bus stop, that kills you. Overcorrected. So, 43.9. Alright, Sean, I'm close to you lap time wise. So you need the setup, you say?
Yes, yes.
How to send that?
Go to Garage.
Yep.
And then on the right-hand side, you'll see one that says Share Setup.
Share it.
And then you can set it with, yeah, share, shared, or no, share setup. Hold on, I'm going into the garage right now.
I got it.
And then you can tell it me or everybody, and that's up to you.
Send. I deeply want to get at least a 43.5 because I know I can do it. Yep. Do not crash it too close. 4 hours around that circuit. It's gonna be pretty a task.
That wasn't even you, that was Nick.
Need to wait longer out of that turn 5. Hey, Mr. Lelsor, sorry. That was Mr. Lelsor, your name is. Thank you very much for joining. Looking forward to having your feedback on the show. Oh, look how much time I lost of that semi-spin out of the final bus stop chicane. That is 10th already. Goodbye, John. Thank you for joining, though. Yeah. Don't touch it on any curb. You better want to stay away from the curbs at all time.
Sticky curbs.
All curbs, actually.
shit. Sorry. Man, I wish I had picked a Nissan. I love the Nissan.
Once that car is in a slide, you're done.
Yeah. Willie's in the room.
Hey, Villa. Come on, Michi, get your stuff done just once. Can't be that hard. That turn 1 there's actually a mile of time lying around. Well, not like that, not at all. So make sure whenever you brake that car is in a straight line and then you're allowed to move on the wheel. Come on. So Sean has crashed as well. I know Sean is still going. Oh yeah.
You know the comedian Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
When he used to do songs, had a song called "It's a Piece of Shit Car." It's a rolling piece of shit.
Google will like your language, definitely.
Sorry.
No worries. I know we're just joking around. Hey Thomas, thanks for joining.
Alright, to cool down and then come back and relax and do one more set of that.
I just want to get turn 1 done so badly.
Yeah, it's hard, that darn bump.
A lot of people will throw it away right there, I do think.
Oh yeah.
Come on, now hit your marks, Michi. You can do it.
Nick came in and ran a 143.0. Well done, Nick. Yeah, I've been this car, I believe. I don't know if it was this difficult to drive. I mean, if you drive it slow, it drives fine. It has a lot of understeer, so it's a really stable car. It's just that it doesn't do anything rewarding from a driver perspective as far as the cars I like to drive. Just washed out understeer on entry, four-wheel drift on mid-corner, but not like fun drift. And then, I don't know, the happiest I'm with the car is on exit at this point. We got it to finally turn off on throttle, which it was not doing earlier. But then under braking, it's sketchy. Every once in a while you're under braking and you do a turn in and it gets all dancy on you and you can just lose it in the blink of an eye. Oh, that looked nice through the chicane, Michi.
Yeah, it just was a ride on a shaver. Gonna be a personal best for me though. I'm still not hitting my marks though, really. I'm not. That was a good turn though.
No!
I'm sorry. I'm just... Oh. I was close to half a second down. If you wouldn't have hit the brakes. Yeah. Right. Oh, 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 oh. That was contact being done anyway, so quickly gonna back. I have to say though, car's fun to drive. It's a beer and so on, but once you figure it out a bit, hey James, happy that you can actually join a show in time without having to disable the sound. No, don't. Come on.
Gave me an off track for that. That'd be brutal.
No, James, actually that is, I mean, we turned around that show. Used to be just Sean driving. But meanwhile I've taken the wheel in my hands as well. I won't ever get that bust up together again. That is for sure, I think. What is your optimal, your current?
42.8.
I'm on the 42.9. So I can get it. I just need to do it. Easier said than done though. No. Oh, Michi, come on. That is such a bad lap, actually. It is a really bad lap. But I'm not too far over the lap time, though. Well, I'm all over the place. Not hitting my marks, nothing. That is an off track. No, it isn't. But yeah, time will eat itself up because I was too early on the throttle again. So I'm gonna hit it another 43.8 probably. Maybe it's even a PB. Should not be the case though, but oh well. I'm alright. Nah. Don't shift down to first. Still I believe though, with a good run. A lot of time can be gained. Sean is having issues. That is an off track. That is a cut. That is a spin.
I just stopped down to a 43.1 in that qual trim. I mean, not qual, in the race trim. Getting there.
Good stuff.
I got what you meant on 3. I just need to kind of put it together. Now I'm cutting a little hard inside on entry, but
yeah, actually,
I think I'm getting.
Yeah, you have to do the very opposite of what you actually have to do. For every braking zone, you need to get on the brakes, stabilize the car, then you're allowed to turn in and have good trail braking. However, on that corner, you turn in first, then hit the brakes in order to throw it into a rotation.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, be right back. I'm sweating.
I'm on my way to the same status. Green Place, thank you for joining. What do you want to talk about with me? Did I forget something? And if I did, I'm very sorry. But just write me an email immediately at oyamichi@averchronicracing.com and I will have a look. Not perfect, still good though. Come on. Too late on the brakes. Don't hit the wall. Thanks. Thank you very much, James, for writing an email. Green Plays, I'm really sorry if I forgot something, and I hope that can be fixed though. Whatever it is, just note me an email about it, please. Wall. Alright, I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident, and now that is the time where Wayne Francis was in. Wayne Francis yesterday knew exactly what he's going to be able to do. It just took a few laps to him to put it all together. Oh. Oh dear, oh dear. So it's giving me a hard time right there. Right. Moving on. John is short before back, I think. Please don't give me a black flag. I don't want to get out of the pits again. Thank you. I was totally sleeping right there. Wow, that car is driving like on ice. On the grass. Hey Tanky, thank you very much for joining. Yeah, George, you're right, but it is so difficult because the actual nature of that car is being a pretty badass car, and I'm still experimenting with braking points and stuff, but I just did mistakes. Come on, Michi, put it together. You can do it. Nope, you can't. Actually, you're too stupid. No, I'm not going the wrong way. I'm just turning the car around. As soon as this car slides, you're never gonna turn it back. So Omen, have you driven that car around here as well? Have you any clues or hints or whatever? Why is that not giving me an off track, really? I was sure that was an off track. You got to be kidding, really. Contact. So stupid, get out of the way. Oh dear, that is annoying like mad. What you mean by heel toe? Currently I just want too much on the car. That's the reason why I'm not getting it done. Yeah, James, it's always when it comes off the banking strip, which is pretty bad though. Oh, you got to be kidding. Yeah, Pro Sky, I think Sean is trying to concentrate, getting his marks done. Looking at the lap times currently. He at least did that one 43.1, which is one of the fastest laps he ever did, I think. Oh no! Didn't saw that car being on the inside. Yeah, I have auto clutch enabled there, Omen. Do you think auto blip is faster? Well, I'm not used to that to blipping on the car, so either been that is probably a good a very good explanation or a very good hint, but we're set for racing the Audi, so no chance to change that. That was the perfect turn too, close to. Who's coming in there from behind? I'm gonna quickly just pull over. Okay, well, I will swap that, Omen. Oh,
I couldn't resist. Sorry.
how could you do the same mistake? Or was that on purpose? Try to set the auto blip rather than auto clutch. Someone on the chat said that is better. What happened then? There was two disconnecting sounds. Alright, I think the stream is still alright though, so So that should unfree. No. Sorry. That's just me messing around with the pictures. And that. Alright, I'm sorry. Thank you for the feedback, guys. Grass. Need to save that from spinning out. Yeah, I'm totally overdriving the car right there. So Sean, have you feel an improvement in driving and everything?
Yeah, the cars. I mean, like anything that goes wrong seems to be mainly addressed to the moment. I'd still like more front end grip on turn in, but I don't know if it is possible. Car seems to do a lot better when I just really slow it down a lot more than I want to.
I'm just so bad right now. I can't get stuff together at all.
Ah. No, I can and I can't. I mean, I can feel like when I back it down, I'll be fine, but then I'm running 23.8s. I mean, not 23, like, you know, 44s even.
That was close.
I mean, I know if I could just get it together, I know in race trim that thing's good for a 42.9, no problem. It just seems really hard to put one lap together because every corner is so difficult in reality to get perfect in this car. It's like kind of one of those cars that points out your flaws, and so many other cars a small mistake might be correctable and you don't lose, you know, but a micro fraction. But in this car, one small mistake and you've just completely blown the corner.
So you guys telling me I should use all 900 degree on the wheel? Is that actually true?
I do for iRacing, but I use 540 on Assetto and on rFactor. That's me personally.
Well, me personally does not like 900 degree turning ratio at all. Oh, black flags.
Time to slow down to go fast.
Alright guys, I'm gonna be right back in a second. Guys, honestly, how is that wheel range supposed to work? I barely turned the wheel and the car in-game wheel is turning like mad, as you can see. And for your information, I got 380 set on the Logitech profiler as well. So I think that is the issue. So I think that is why 380 and 380 was probably just about right. I'm sorry guys, I can't drive like that. Really, I appreciate all your feedback and everything, but I can't drive like this. I keep that for now because I don't wanna deal with that right now anyway. Because in the other games I keep it to 380 and I do not change a hardware setting for just one game. So I take that disadvantage. No offense to you guys though. I'm just not feeling very comfortable at the minute at all. Maybe this is then the last time around me driving that right here.
Ah, shit.
Yep. I agree. Come on, Michi. Get it done. Not that much of an issue usually.
Idiot. I hate when I'm an idiot.
So do I, so I do an off track and be really stupid.
I think I better think about stopping. I got a race coming up in 2 hours. In a completely different sim.
Yeah, currently overdriving the car anyway, quite badly.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, oh, I think the tires are getting loose. Like, no, that's me. I'm overdriving. I'm throwing it into the corner now. But that's good. I mean, improvement 42,999 in race trim there at the end. My car behind me, but no draft in front of me, so that's pretty decent.
Avid Chronic, that is part of the program for tonight since we swapped the seats and Sean was watching me drive for a little bit and I was about to understand the car. So the crew achieving thing actually was a different episode today. We worked on the sets at some point, then we worked on the lines all together, and now we kept on doing trial and error. So Sean has improved. I did improve, which is not too important, but in the end the result was counting, and I think Sean improved as he said, so everything is all right.
I mean, at this point where I stand right now, I can see running 42.9 through 43.3, maybe 43.4 for a good majority. I mean, I haven't seen long-term tire wear yet, but my intentions is to do that other race in Assetto, and then later this evening after dinner, get back and try to do another, you know, full tank maybe, and a couple sessions just to solidify what we've done. Definitely feels better than where we started by a long shot. Now the car coming off the corner with a little bit of steering out of the rear end is a much more pleasurable car, for sure.
So I'm already off the server now. So Sean, how are you looking towards that race coming up on Saturday?
Actually, turns out the race is on Sundays. A mistake, but that's great. It gives me actually more time to deal with it. So, no, I'm feeling pretty good. I think expecting another leap or two between now and the race, I think that puts us in good shape. I mean, I saw some scary fast times, but I have to think a lot of those guys were, doing it with a major draft. I mean, you can really cheat a lap here at Daytona. And depending on the draft, depending on the fuel load, it's a night and day difference in a lap time in the same car. So sometimes at Daytona, you can't be too frightened by what you see on the board. But I definitely need one or two more sessions prior to a race of this magnitude coming up.
Very true, though. And I think you did a good job so far. Obviously, we had to work a little bit on the lines today. So it was a different kind of a show.
Nice work with the OBS studio there, by the way. I saw you doing some camera switching around and whatnot. Well done.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would have looked odd if there is a gray area from your big size window.
Thank you, George. I see George said
Sean.
Good job, Sean. Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, it was a very good job from you. I mean, you improved. We improved the setup not too far, but we improved your driving line through turn 3, I think. And we worked a little bit on your confidence, I think. So that was good work today, I think.
Definitely, definitely. Omen asks when the race is. Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And if you guys have further questions that you want to shoot to Sean and me, that is probably the moment to go. Because we're bringing this to an end after a close-up 2-hour show tonight. That did not felt like being close to 2 hours, by the way.
No, considering I was already a little tired when I here. So now that kept my energy pretty good, actually.
Oh yeah, I'm tired as well. Still thinking about doing an iRacing though. A race in the Formula Renault still. I think that would come up in an hour. I need to think about that, whether to do that or go to bed. Probably I better go to bed.
Well, I'm back on the air in 2 hours with the Sim Racing Systems McLaren race, which I'm looking forward to.
Yes, actually that is Sai. On the Sunday there is the 2.4 hours of Daytona with the old classic cars. So Sean is going to be in the top split there. That is going to be broadcasted by racespot.tv. He's racing with some serious guys and really looking forward to that race.
I saw Nikki team in practice when I got on the main server.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm putting a link to where we're running. This is the event.
Tanguy, I do think that the 12 hours of Bathurst is next week, not this week.
Yeah, as soon as I'm done with this one, that's what I need to do, is get into that. Oop, didn't like that either.
So that is already an appointment for us, and in that actual occasion, I've driven the Porsche already. All I haven't done though yet is driven the Porsche around Bathurst, and I think that is the real challenge. So Porsche 911, that is gonna be one of those cars that needs to be tested for that race in Bathurst. I do not know what kind of cars are eligible to drive there. Is it Mercedes? Literally every GT3 car around there is standardly allowed around that 12 hours of Bathurst, I think.
I'm looking for the car list right now. I can never find it when I want it. Ah, here we go. Bathurst 12. GT3 Porsche GT3 Cup. That's it.
Yeah, that's both Porsches, I think.
Yeah, GT3 and the Porsche GT3 Cup.
Yeah. So that Bathurst race is on the 10th of February, I think.
Yeah, February 10th and 11th. Saturday, 1300. I believe these are GMT times, if I'm not mistaken. Saturday at 1300 and Sunday at 0100. And it'll be a morning race as far as race conditions go.
Twiggy, no, I don't think I have downloaded the Porsche set you sent there. You probably have to mail it to me in order to make me download it, really, because I'm sorry to say, but I'm behind. I'm behind on literally everything.
Sorry. I laugh. It's our ongoing conversation. Every day we get on the phone and like I'm behind.
Yeah, and I mean, actually, I'm behind and I'm caught up at the very same time, because whatever I do is literally the idea that pops up to my mind, but I got some other things on my mind all the time as well. So, that's a bit of a weird thing. Alright guys, anyway, if you don't have anything to add right now, Sean Cole is going to be live in 2 hours running the sim racing system race, as now my camera has gone completely wonky. The sim racing system race for Assetto Corsa in the McLaren F1 GTR, that is?
That is correct.
Yeah, that is what the crap car is called.
This is the best scenario we've had all season for this car. It's like the car was actually built to run here, so completely different car than what we've seen at the previous 4 races of the season.
So yeah, with that being said, I think we're gonna bring this to an end. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and if you like what you see, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, come to the show. Go over to the Simpit as well, as he will be live in 2 hours. Subscribe, tell your friends, bring them to that show as well. I'll make this grow and become a various big event on the web. So thank you very much for watching. That is Sean Cole, I'm Michi Hoyer, this is the Simpit and Averichronic Racing, and we see you guys out on track.